A scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gators will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bears offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
That man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Turning it on. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wilson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. To the air. It's Robertson. Setting up the screen. Across the 45. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on first down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it from the gun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Cameron. There he goes. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Oh, they're after him. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Got it in the middle. It's Washington. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. In the red area, it's Washington. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Fires to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing the fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Florida's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line, because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's Webb. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. Inside the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They think there's room to run to the right here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll move the tight end. Rides to the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gator! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Bailey. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down. And they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. They go to the Wildcat. Wildcat here looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Webb. Oh, out of space. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some dominance.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hansen. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Snap from the gun on third down. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Lagway. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. To the air, it's Lagway. Scrambling away. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Bringing it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Motion from the back. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Quickly complete. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Quick completion on the out route. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Bears can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Splits the uprights, it's good. This is now a 7-point game. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Lagway. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Florida! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
And the Bears will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. The Gators decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Bears in the hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Finds a tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about it.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
And the Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
He did. I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It is good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Quarterback keeps it, and he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Jackson. Turning on the Jets. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. On the direct snap, it's Webb. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the move. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
On the snap, it's Webb. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
On the direct snap, it's Lagway. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Lagway. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end now in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown Bears! What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
He gets it in from the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're facing a 3rd down. To the air, it's Glagway. Takes the easy one to the back. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's loose, and he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Webb. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Not sure why they're not content to just take the W. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.